Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me to my channel right now, I welcome you with open arms. I'm Aspie, as I'm known for short, and AspieAnswersAll. Basically, also, I'm all about sharing mental health awareness versus just sharing my life stories and journey, basically with suspicious syndrome, anxiety, and the like, as well as also being a voice to the voiceless of the ones that may need, a voice to be heard, basically, versus just maybe just a light and encouragement tool or motivator for them, advocate, whatever you may want to label me as, basically to support you all in your everyday journey, whatever it may be, so that I can share with you guys based on my life experiences versus, my training versus everything else, hopefully some form of encouragement no matter what it may be. So without further ado, guys, basically if you're following me right now and you're new to my channel, I'm talking about the ADHD, ADD series right now, which is basically mainly ADHD at the moment that I'm addressing. And I've just covered so far that basically what it is of the symptoms, when it persists of the symptoms, natural diets, what to avoid basically of the diets, sort of things, which is going to be episode 2, what not to eat, all the, certain foods to avoid. So this is episode 3 of the part 4, or shall we make it just part 5? Yeah, we'll make it this part 5, basically. No. Let's rephrase that. We'll do it part 4, episode 3 for this one of the foods that may improve the symptoms of ADHD, for ADHD. So, as we know basically that there are certain foods to avoid, as I've mentioned earlier in the piece, versus now the ones that I'm addressing to you all of what to actually add into the diet. Because as we know basically, as I shared before, like in one of the series, especially in my suspicious syndrome diet series part, that's some recommend organic diet, some recommend elimination diet, but then again, like I said, in any of these dietary plans that's put into practice in place, do seek medical professional advice from your dietitian or whoever, so that they can actually set you up on a schedule that may be of use and helpful to you, that will hopefully lessen what may happen to you in the near future of any certain symptoms that may arise these things. And also, before I begin, is I'm no everyday Joe blogs when I'm sharing some of these stories, or not stories as such, but these series, that you need to be aware that I'm just telling it how it is with my life experiences versus the training versus just what I've seen and witnessed in the past and present, also just basically also what I've been through in my life, and hopefully share it as a everyday situation. But if you see any signs and symptoms when I do bring out certain topics that is close to my heart, be it of the past of these mental health series versus to the present stage now of what I'm doing of ADHD and the light that I'm covering, that I need to cover right now, feel free to actually seek professional help for yourself or for others, or seek professional second opinion if you don't feel fit with what I'm sharing, because as I said before many times before, some of these treatment plans and management strategies that I put into place for myself may not work for you, but it works for me, and vice versa. Some of the stuff that you may have put in place for your management strategies and whatnot may work for you but not work for me. It's all about working out what works best for us, balancing out the yin and yang, and hopefully engaging with one another and supporting one another regardless of our differences here on in. So let's begin before I run out of time yet again. This is going to be episode 3, part 4 of the foods that may improve the symptoms of ADHD. Okay, let's begin. According to a study that has been published basically in the psychiatry research, there is a direct link between dietary behaviors and ADD, ADHD, and learning disabilities in children and adolescents. In the study, a high intake of sweet fried foods and salt was associated with more learning, attention, and behavioural problems that has persisted today. In contrast, a balanced ADHD diet is shown to have beneficial effects on all of the problems caused by a poor diet. Similarly to any other everyday conditions that we go through, it's all about changing our lifestyle of the eating habits versus everything else that needs to come into play to create a healthier mind, healthy body, healthy lifestyle. Changing to an ADHD diet, however, as I said before, you need to avoid the foods mentioned previously in the piece of my video while eating a diet of unprocessed whole foods. Modern Western diets, however, to be more closely like to ADHD because of the high consumption of refined sugars, salt, and hydrogenated fats, while being low in omega-3s, fiber, folate, and B complex. Okay, now these are the foods that you need to look out for that will improve your symptoms of ADHD or any other conditions that may come into play that has similar food groups that I'm going to say, as well as the nutrients. So let's begin. High protein foods. These will include sources of protein from grass-fed organic beef, free-range chickens, eggs, wild caught fish, and raw dairy should be the focus of this ADHD diet for both children and in adults, however. Number 2 is your iron-rich foods. Low iron levels are associated with fatigue, poor concentration, and mental function, irritability, poor memory, muscle weakness, and leaky gut syndrome. Eating a diet rich in high iron foods is an essential part of a successful energy or dietary strategy for ADHD. Iron-rich foods can include the liver and steaks from grass-fed beef, navy and black beans, spinach, sweet chard, and egg yolks. Number 3, foods high in the B vitamin group complex. Vitamin B6, as we know, is essential for brain function, including the production of dopamine and serotonin. In a preliminary study, however, B6 was shown to be slightly more effective than Ritalin alone in improving behavior among hyperactive children. Vitamin B6 rich foods are tasty and easy to incorporate into the ADHD diet, which will include your wild tuna and salmon, free-range chicken and turkey, breast, grass-fed beef, bananas, cooked spinach, sweet potatoes, hazelnuts. It has hit the top list. In addition, include brewer's yeast and other grainy leafy vegetables. Number 4 is your poultry. The essential amino acid group, your tryptophan, helps the body synthesize proteins and support healthy serotonin levels. In many individuals suffering from ADHD, however, imbalances in serotonin levels has been indicated or shown. Additionally, serotonin is related to the impulse control and aggression till symptoms of ADHD and ADD sufferers that may show. When adding both free-range turkey and chicken to the diet, avoid frying the poultry and stick to the recipes basically of maybe something like baked chicken of some sort, or herbed chicken, or herbed chicken turkey, and vice versa. Both are great quick for your leftover lunches and dinners. Foods that are rich in probiotics is number 7. Yogurt and kefir from grass-fed cows or goats. Sauerkraut, kimchi, and other high probiotic foods can be a central part of the ADHD diet. But remember, as I said before, there are some things you maybe have to eliminate just in case there's some of the kids that you have or young adults may be suffering from certain allergies to these, foods that I'm sharing. Eggs are a great way to incorporate high quality protein into the ADHD diet, however, and they are not just for breakfast anymore. Each egg has 7 grams of protein, but is also packed with essential amino acids and omega-3 fatty acids. Purchase local organic eggs, preferably from cage-free chicken. Okay, omega-3 foods, basically. Foods that are rich in omega-3s, such as wild-caught salmon and tuna, directly affect cognitive function in both children and adults. A clinical trial identified a link between low levels of omega-3 fatty acid and behavioral and learning problems. Assessed for ADHD will also include basically 2 or more serving per week of salmon or tuna. So they reckon, fresh is best for most of this. Okay, I don't know if I should go on of what I've got here, basically, which is your natural treatment for ADHD patients, which will be part 5 of what I'm going to talk about. So basically, this ends part 4, episode 3 of what to eat in the ADHD diet. Give me the like for thumbs up for support, for engagement. Support me by subscribing to my channel or sharing my videos around to family and friends. Basically, also feel free to comment below if I've missed out anything that may be of use for others. If you are one of the ones that maybe has ADHD, that may work for you and may not work for me, or vice versa, whatever, just to hopefully show that you're engaging with me. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, AspieAnswersAll. For further do what you love what you do. Until next time, have a great day. I'll see you all again soon.